Coming up.
I mean, I don't understand why you're laughing, Mr. Wesley. If you're so damn intelligent,
exactly.
You would understand. Miss Tripoli. Miss Tripoli.
This is a circus. Oh.
You're despicable.
Miss Tripoli.
I think it's
Senator, can you please take Miss Tripoli out of this courtroom? What happened?
Okay, so we have a 6-year-old daughter that we've adopted.
That you adopted.
We got to know Susan. She's a friend of ours, and where we live, and we mentored her to get her own child. So that's how we're all acquainted. So she has a daughter herself.
Okay.
Susan texts us out of the blue and says, the mother that I adopted my daughter from, right, is having another kid that she doesn't want. Mm-hmm. So me and my husband here, have been wanting to adopt a second, to give our wonderful daughter a sibling.
And this mother is the birth mother to your child, Ms. Tripoli.
Correct.
Why did she approach you or call you?
So she found out she was having another child, and I found out 6 months in to her pregnancy.
Oh, so she was already 6 months pregnant?
Right, so she was 6 months. I received a phone call.
What did she ask you to do, to take the child?
She did. It was very, very important for her to have her family stay together.
I see, the 2 siblings.
Yes. I felt at that time it was just too much, and I said, I met this lovely couple.
So you referred her to them?
I did. Okay. I referred them.
I understand you had a private adoption with this mother for your current child.
Correct.
And did you adopt private adoption, or was it a formal adoption through an agency?
Through an agency. We were the actual experienced ones in this field.
So you did an agency adoption, you did a private adoption in Indiana. So then it was up to the birth mother to decide if she was going to have an agreement with you. So what happened with the birth mother?
We did have several phone conversations with the birth mother over several months.
So were you going to do a private adoption or going to go through the agency again?
We were going to go through the agency again.
Okay. Did the agency know that you were interested in this baby?
Well, at this point, it was still not as clear because when we were chatting with her before our trip to Indiana, which is what these expenses are for, right? She was back and forth. She was with us, and then the next minute she'd be like, I'm not totally sure. I might want Susan to do it. But Your Honor, I mean, at this point, all across the way, Susan's like, I don't want the kid. I don't want to do it. I'm a single
There was
mom.
nothing under contract. We had nothing in contract. This is all verbal.
Your Honor.
We've been over
Ms.
this.
Tripoli, can I try to get
I'm sorry,
to
Your
the facts of this case? At this point, you were just talking to the birth mother.
Yes.
Was any agreement set in stone? Did you formalize an adoption agreement?
Not at this point.
No.
Yeah.
So then you decided, despite knowing that the birth mother was having doubts to give you her child, you still went to Indiana to visit her?
For all the right reasons, Your Honor. It's not like we were concerned with the agency.
I understand.
So we took the trip to Indiana with our daughter, with our beautiful little girl, to show her what a beautiful family dynamic. That's all I'm trying to communicate.
Did she change her mind?
No. So here's the deal, because we wouldn't have been camping out in Gary, Indiana, right, if we didn't have, at least in our hearts, some certainty that this was going to happen. And
wanting it to happen and having a legal certainty are two different things. Adoption is more than just a transaction. It's not like going to buy a bottle of milk at the store. It is an important transaction. That's why there's grace periods. That's why there's cool-off periods. Unless she formalized the agreement with you guys, you were just a maybe.
We were under the impression that Susan did not want the child.
But Susan has nothing to do with this. Whether the birth mother still wanted to convince Susan of taking, so she would have the 2 siblings together, is irrelevant.
Okay.
Right, so our trip was in good faith to meet with the birth mother, and in hopes that building a connection with her would strengthen
She would formally and legally say, okay.
$3,200 worth.
Okay. And you decided to spend the $3,200.
So is this about the money or the child? The baby. I mean, what is this really about? I'm pretty sure the Christmas gift I gave you of the Louis Vuitton was more than this.
In a courtroom?
So what is it really about?
Ms. Tripoli, can I finish?
Sorry.
You get wind that the baby's born.
Your Honor, this is what happened, right? We were repeatedly and from our hotel room calling, aimlessly trying to figure out Susan as well. I know, but she wasn't even communicating back with us anyway, because at least we would have known, right, that we were at least somewhat involved. We're not even being called. We live in the digital age. You can't check your phone, send us one text message about what's going on.
And Susan
I didn't handle it perfectly, you guys. I understand. I didn't handle it perfect.
You were not in Indiana either.
What happened? You had told the birth mother that you didn't want the baby, and you
I did.
maintained
These are all facts. This is true.
So when did you decide? When did the birth mother approach you?
She was in the hospital. She gave birth, and I got a FaceTime.
Okay, so it didn't happen until she actually gave birth.
Yes, she gave birth. I got a FaceTime.
Did you know that they were in Indiana trying to form a bond?
I did, and this is all honesty. I didn't handle it perfectly.
Okay,
I didn't know how to handle it perfectly, but when I saw the baby's face, it changed everything, and I can't explain it. It's like motherly instincts, and I'm sorry, you guys, for that, but I'm saying at the end of the day, this is what's important. Having the kids together is all she ever wanted.
Okay,
And
so you decided at that moment to adopt the baby. Did you formalize
Yes.
an agreement? I
there
understand.
wasn't even a question. Yes.
All right. So again, how is Ms. Tripoli responsible for you guys
Because, Your Honor-
voluntarily spending $3,200 to go to Indiana to try to form a
We
bond
wouldn't have
with the
spent
birth
that much
mother?
money if we had known the baby was born. We stayed
but
longer.
No. But you decided to spend the money while she was still pregnant, before she gave birth.
But it has less to do with
And
that.
the moment she gave birth, then now you're asking for the money back because the birth mother decided to give the
because
child to
it's human
somebody else that
relationships and things
wasn't
that were
you.
involved.
It's
all
a
comes
matter
back
of
down to money, doesn't
I'm
it?
talking-
Gotta get another
it's a
Louis
matter-
Vuitton man purse.
You
It's
know-
a matter of character that she won't even be willing
Oh my
to
God.
reimburse her best friends of several
I thought
years.
we were friends. I thought we were really good friends.
Well, not anymore.
This should be important to you. I think at the end of the
If
day,
you had
what's the
any
most
respect,
important
you
here?
just be quiet and let the judge.
I'm kind of surprised, Ms. Tripoli, by how frivolous you're being. It's kind of really disappointing. It's all about the money. It's all you want to get a man purse. I mean, that's not only is it rude, it's demeaning, and it's beside the point. If you really care about adopting a child, why would you be so frivolous and demeaning by bringing that into a courtroom?
No, I agree.
That's a statement. It's not a question. It's not a question.
I just wonder if it's about the money, Your Honor, in their case.
They're suing you for $3,200 because for some reason they feel that you lied to them. But the problem with that theory, Mr. and Mr. Wesley, is that there is no legal backing to that. You cannot say I detrimentally relied on Susan that I was going to adopt this child because Susan never had the right to say whether or not that child would be yours. At the end of the day, the mother decided to give the child to somebody else.
But we totally understand that. That's not the case, Your Honor.
So
please,
then
can I-
how is the defendant responsible for $3,200? Because she is not. She didn't make you travel.
We had two weeks there. We're intelligent, successful human beings in this country. We had 2 weeks there where they could have communicated this wasn't the case.
Successful, huh? That's why you're fighting this right now. Over
I'm trying to
expense money?
speak decently, Your Honor.
Mr. Tripoli, I think it's best that you just do not say anything.
So we had 2 weeks of time. But how do we act like high schoolers, ghosting us and keeping us, we understand we have adopted a daughter. We do know the legal process.
You're not saying this in a legal way. You have no standing and you have no legal claim. I mean, I don't understand why you're laughing, Mr. Wesley. If you're so damn intelligent,
Exactly.
you would
You're a
understand.
college
Miss
graduate.
Miss Tripoli.
God, this is insane.
Miss Tripoli.
This is a circus. Oh.
You're despicable.
Miss Tripoli.
Okay.
I think it's ridiculous.
Sandra,
Excuse me, guys, excuse
can
me.
you please take Miss Tripoli out of this courtroom?
Let's go.
What?
Let's go.
Can you please
Let's
leave?
go.
I didn't mean to be that way.
Can you please leave?
Thank you. Thank you.
Your Honor, I apologize.
I can
It's
see
not-
I can see your resentment. I get it. Personal feelings have nothing to do with that. I still need a legal claim, you guys. You guys didn't present a persuasive legal claim. But after seeing her attitude, I understand the anger of why you guys are here. And if you came here for the purpose to actually prove a point, you did. So get back on the train again and try to see if you can adopt another baby, okay? So good luck, guys. So based on the evidence, I will deny your claim of $3,200 and rule in favor of the defendant. Good luck.
All rise.
Looking at that, it doesn't seem like that woman is stable enough, really, or mature enough to really be adopting any kids. It's crazy. The stuff that she was saying was just so out of pocket. I understand she's involved with a lot of emotions in that, and I just want the child to have a healthy, happy home. And if the mother decided that she wants both of her kids to be together, the siblings, then they would be together. It's unfortunate that all of this kind of pettiness was kind of muddying up the whole adoption process, because I think adoption is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing, provides homes to children that need it. So what do you guys think about the judgment? Do you think it was too much, too little, or just right? I would love to know your thoughts. Let me know. Love ya.